Seriously. It's still not letting me do it the way I want to. It's still telling me to rotate my device. But this is how I started. It's being a shithead. So I'm ignoring it and saying, hey, okay, I'm going to make some matzo ball soup. But this ain't Grandma's matzo ball soup. This is mine. Well, I guess it is Grandma's, but I'm adding a twist. Okay. I don't have the biggest pot in the world, so small one. You want to use a bigger one. If you've got a bigger one, use a bigger one. Okay. So, I am using, what the hell? Cornish hens. Because they taste really good when you're doing matzo ball soup with Cornish hens. So I'm doing 2 of them. Or, you know, they're little chickens. So I'm doing 2 of these. And they just go in the pot. And water in the pot. And carrots. And celery. So I'm putting all that in there. I'm actually going to cut the celery as soon as I find a knife, because I need one to open these chickens. Oh, I'll just use this knife. Okay. So I have my chickens. And I don't care about touching raw meat. I'm just going to open them up. Put them in the pot. And I got 2 of them. So I'm going to do both of them. Put them in the pot. Now these aren't frozen. You can do this with frozen ones. You can get them in your local freezer. These are a little bit bigger than I'm used to, but oh well, it just means I'll have more chicken. Okay. So that's going in there. See, I need a bigger pot. But I'll just deal with this pot. Alright. Now need some better than bouillon, or bouillon cubes. They're perfectly fine that way. So if you look at the pot, you see lots of water. It's filled up. Put it on the boil. We're starting to boil. And this is not the one I want. This is some garlic that my husband cut up. And that's not it. He's just using the jar. I know I've got one in here. Come here, you. And that's the beef. And I know I didn't use it all, so I know I've got one of chicken somewhere. Oh, here it is. Same container, different one. Okay. So, my problem is that it always comes out not salty enough. And I always end up adding soy to it. And I don't measure anything, ever. Measuring's for suckers. No, just kidding. Alright, so, comes in this gloopy paste. I'm going to put 2 gloops in here. And the heat should actually take it off the spoon. There we go. Okay, so the chicken's going to boil for like 2-3 hours before it starts falling apart, and I can tear it to pieces and then have a good amount of chicken in the water. But now, I'm going to cut up the veggies. Let's see if I can get a good angle here. Yep, look at that. And here is what I put in there. Hot peppers. Let me have some hot peppers. And I'm washing my knife with soap and water because I'm going from touching raw chicken to touching a knife and veggies on the cutting board. You just want to make sure that you don't cross-contaminate ever and just be in the habit of doing that. Okay. So you want to do these fairly soon for the whole cooking process, because you want, I'm going to use a good 3, and I hope they're hot. So you want to have a good broth that's pretty spicy. So I'm just going to cut them up and pop them in the water right now. And you want them to boil with the chicken for a long time so they turn into kind of like a mush. You want it to be mushy. You want it to be hard to avoid, basically. But I still find them. I take them out while I'm eating. I don't try to eat them with the soup, though. I mean, if you're really into spice, go ahead and eat them with the soup. I hardly ever do. So, but this is what I do. I add some spice to my matzo ball soup. And that is why it ain't your grandma's matzo ball. She thought it was weird when I told her what I put in there. Sometimes I do stuff like I add bok choy. I'll add different Chinese vegetables. You know, fun stuff. Okay, so I use Manischewitz matzo ball mix. I know it's backwards because I'm facing the camera towards me. So, hi. Okay. The back says to do it with 2 eggs, some milk, not milk, 2 eggs, some oil, and you mix it together and you put it in the fridge for 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't do that. I use this. Yeah. Okay. Want my container for it. I'll take this and I'll cut it. I'm not topping the veggies yet. They go in a little bit later. Well, actually, the carrots should go in now because the carrots they take forever to cook. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss these in there and overflow my pot. That's what I want to do. Yep. By the way, the soup is mostly for me. I mean, Harry will eat it, but he won't eat the matzo balls, and he'll add rice to it, so yeah, it's mostly for me. Shut up, quit it. It's yelling at me. It's saying, rotate your device. You can't rotate it when you're cooking. And this is the problem you run into when you don't have a really big pot. Fucking well. Oh well. Let's see. I can take some water out. I'm gonna put it back in later. Or just use it for the matzo balls later. But I haven't stirred it. So it's not gonna hurt anything. Yeah, I have these really cool soup cups. Target. I actually had to get these online though. There. Now I've got enough room for my other veggies to put in there. Okay, now there's room. I actually do the matzo balls separate than when I do the soup. I keep them separate because Harry won't eat them. He don't like matzo balls and he don't like dumplings, so... Okay, so I need 4 tablespoons of oil. So I do 4 tablespoons of margarine, not butter. And I melt it first. And then I put the matzo ball mix in there with the 4 eggs. Because I'm doing both packages. I do lots of matzo balls. Because I'll eat them all if I don't do a whole lot. Hi, Curly. Okay. Yeah, I left the wrapper on there because of the popping. So it doesn't pop everywhere. It doesn't go very far if the wrapper's in the way. I make this so often. Alright, so now I've got my butter mix. Okay, you can see it. Cool. I know it's hot, but I don't care. Because, watch me get all the shells in there. Yeah. Woohoo, making a mess. Yeah, don't do this at home. I'm about to cut my fingers off. So don't do that. Cutting fingers off, bad. Don't do that. That's luck. I know. Raw egg on the thing, and I'm about to cut some veggies on here. There. That's stuff in water. I'm not getting it in the way. I'm actually rinsing it too. There was bleach on this. Okay. Alright, all better. Nothing in the way now. Look at that. Carrie's always like, you take too, you're too fast. You move too fast. I'm just stirring this to get the carrots in the water. There. Okay. 2 of these. I don't have scissors again. You got any scissors? Still trying to get this plastic off. Okay. So this is 2 packs. I'm using the whole box. And you're supposed to mix this together. It's just bread. It's bread and an egg, basically. And when you put it in the soup and boil it, it becomes this light, fluffy ball of yumminess. For people who've never had matzo ball soup, man, you are missing out. It is a Jewish traditional type of soup. We usually eat it on every holiday. This is just how I make it. I'm boring. I'm a boring girl. So this all goes together, and then it sits in the fridge for 15 minutes. Give it some time to soak up all that egg and get into a hard, tacky kind of substance. So that's in there. So now, I can toss this box. So I got that box at my Publix up the street. When I was grabbing some of those whole hens, which I really do think are at least almost twice as big as the ones I'm used to. Cutting up some of this to go with it. And I'm cutting up the onion last, because if I fry with the onion, then I can just wash my face, wash the board, wash the knives, and then I can stop frying. Yeah, I need a good amount. So that. Let's see if I can get that bolt down. There we go. Yeah, I got this thing bolted to the wall so I can see what I'm up to. Yeah, full pot. Happens to me every day. And every time I make soup and every time I make some salad, my salad gets piled up like that. So I measure with my eyeballs. And I don't do a very good job of it. Now I believe I've got some onions in here somewhere. Huh? my onions. I could have sworn we got some the other day, not today.
We got some today.
Today.
Yes, they're right here.
Woo! Cool. Yes. Ooh, my favorite kind too. I'm very particular about my onions. I like these. They're kind of smushed. Then they're sweet. The more smushed they are, the sweeter they are. Love these things. Never mind me cutting all weird. I don't like this knife for cutting. I like my green one, but I keep stealing them and I don't know where I put them. They're probably in my office somewhere. I just keep doing weird things with the knives. I hide them from everybody. And then Carrie has to go in there and go, where are the fucking knives? Oh my god, where'd you put them? I have to go look for them. And they're usually under the desk, hiding in a drawer somewhere. Well, that's just what happens. Because I'm crazy when it comes to knives. I'll lose them. I also sharpen all my knives. That's what makes they cut as well as they do. I don't like working for my cutting. All that goes in the pot. And then I overflow it. Wait a minute, and that's not everything either. I'm forgetting. I have so much parsley. Where did it go? Oh no, I forgot. I can't let it. Oh wait. That's not it. I know, I have a ton of parsley in here somewhere. This. Oh, wait. Yeah. Aha. Oh my god, I have like all the parsley in the world. Look at this. Well, it was buy one for 60 cents. Or buy 5 for $1. So, if you ever wonder what it's for, it's not necessarily a garnish. It goes in your soup. That's where it goes. Okay. I think I have everything in there. I know, I don't have much more room for anything else. Oh crap. Oh well. Ugh. I'm just gonna have to say, oh well. But look, I can fit the top on. Alright, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Because this is my really, really big burner. Ta-da! It's gas. Cooking with gas now, right? Okay. Yeah, I actually put all this stuff in salads too, so. Okay. No, wait, I forgot to stir it because there's. If I can. No, I don't think I can. There's seasoning in there somewhere. Oh well. Oh well. I'll stir it tomorrow. No. No, I'll stir it when I get it in bowls. Whoops. Okay. Oh yeah. We need more stuff. We need the matzo balls. So you can see me do it when I break this thing. Come here, get in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm like trying to break my thingy. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, I'll put like all kinds of things in here. I have 2 whole chickens in there, so a whole onion ain't shit, right? I mean, chickens are like. Okay. So. Okay, I'm gonna make one of these so you can see. So, I'll show you the pan I cook them in, which I think I hid. Okay, so I can cook them in this pan as long as it's deep enough to hold enough water. So this pan's fine. I'm gonna fill it up mostly with water. And then you want to put the matzo balls on a plate. Not such a pretty plate. Oh no, I have a really pretty plate. So what you want to do, you get this down, you can see it. There we go. Okay, now you can see it. And what you want to do is get a little bit, and you want to put it in your hand and roll a little ball. And you want to put your pan of water to boil. I can't really see it because my coffee pot's in the way. Oh, let me move it. Let me set the kitchen on fire while I do it. Okay, so you set your pot of water to boil, and I am making my matzo balls. Now, you're going to want your hands to be wet when you make these. You want to have a little bit of water. So I'm going to put a bowl here, right? You want to make your hands a little bit wet. You want to take a little bit out and roll it in a ball. That's what you want to do. You want to be really small. Don't make too big of a ball. If you make too big of a ball, it becomes, let's see if you can see, about that size. If you make them too big, they don't cook all the way. And you've got icky, doughy, hard shit. And you don't want that. You want them about you big. So, I can get this down where I can see it. You can see these little ones. Yeah, so you get your hands a little bit wet. Pull it out. Little bitty balls. Little bitty ones. And so what you want to do is you want to wait for the water to boil. And all these directions are on the package of matzo balls. Okay? And so you'll take them and you'll put them in the briskly boiling water. And then you'll put the top on. Make sure it's boiling before you put the top on. And then you simmer it for 20 minutes. And they will float. And they'll get big. And they'll be light and fluffy. And then they'll be done. And you'll have perfect matzo ball soup. Now, the reason I do the butter or the margarine instead of the oil is because it makes them even fluffier. So I told my grandma that. She said she'd try it sometime, but I think she's 97 now, and I don't think she makes it anymore. But yeah, this is how I make it, and that's what I do. I use two full chickens, and I do it that way. And I keep taking my thing off. So yeah, that's how I do it. You can use a whole chicken. I just find that the roasting hens are the best. I don't know why, they just comes out tasting so good. But yeah, and small matzo balls are the way to go. Just like roll it into a ball. You set this. Yep, I have really tiny hands too, so. But yep. That's very awesome. That was very good. Okay, so my soup is now boiling like crazy. About to escape. I turned it down some. My soup's going to be done in about 2 hours. And the matzo balls are going to be done in about 30 minutes. And you can just leave them in the pan once they're done. Perfectly fine. I store them separately. I got a big container for my matzo ball soup and a big container for my matzo balls. And I store them separately because, like I said, my husband doesn't like matzo balls for some odd reason. But I have a feeling that if any of you guys try it, it's really, really good. You'll like it. And my kitty's already asking me. And my kitty want it? My kitty's already asking me. Aren't you? He smells chicken. This is chicken, Mama. Chicken. Me, my baby. Me, my baby. Oh, yeah, there's my baby. There's my kitty. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go, and because the only thing that's left is to cook it. And like I say, cook it till it's done. And then you're good to go. You guys have a great evening. Bye.